Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot and the first episode of the Cancer Love Chronicles, Cancer Love and Their Lover. So, this is the love readings that I'm going to be live streaming from now on during the evenings, during the week. And today is Wednesday Water, so it's all about water signs. And we're going to start off the reading with Cancer. We're going to get right into it and move Cancer over here off to the side. Just like that. And I've already been shuffling, so all I need to do is cut your deck and we can get right into your love reading. Now, this reading is going to be for anybody who has Cancer, Moon, Sun, Rising, Venus, or Mars. Cross watchers, you're welcome. And this is a relationship reading where we're going to be looking at you and a particular connection you have with somebody in your life. We're going to get right into it, Cancer. Nine of Swords. Ooh, Three of Swords. Eight of Swords and Seven of Wands. Wow, toxic. All right, so our first, Nine of Wands, Knight of Swords, and Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Three of Wands energy, okay? So we're talking about waiting. Also for some information to come in. I'm going to come back to that bottom deck. Wow, somebody really hurt you. Okay. Somebody really hurt you, Cancer. So coming right in, you are coming in with Nine of Swords, your person, Six of Cups. Immediately, there is a lot of pain here for you, a lot of angst, a lot of crying, a lot of sleepless nights. A lot of worrying and regretting. This is the energy that you're coming in with this week. Your person is coming in with Six of Cups. They have some kind of love that's going on in their life. Right away, I'm going to tell you as I go into this reading, Cancer, there's betrayal here. Okay, this is a relationship that has recently broken up or is very close to breaking up, separating. There's some toxicity here. You might want to check out my toxic love readings that I live stream on Monday night. You may be coming up, Cancer. But Six of Cups, your person is involved with somebody. And this is somebody from their past. Your person is rekindling a connection right now. Meanwhile, you're having sleepless nights. You're full of anxiety and angst. How do you see each other? Well, right away, you have a Three of Swords for how you see your person. They've betrayed you. There's definitely third-party energy here. And your person sees you kind of, oh God, it's difficult. Listen, I hate to say it, Cancer, but this is the cold hard truth. As far as they're concerned, they've seen this as very much a struggle. They're very unhappy as well. They've lashed out. They've acted in such a way out of desperation in a way. This connection was definitely troubled, I'm going to say. But the worst here is the third party energy, the stepping out, the betrayal, the fact that they've gone off with somebody else. They feel quite at the end of their rope in this connection with you. Okay, the way their energy is towards you is one of sort of like, they've been battered and bruised and broken, and they're kind of like trying to come out of it. The way they've come out of it may not be the best way, but it seems to me that this relationship has been very, very rocky, and you're dealing with somebody, Cancer, who's been very unhappy for quite some time. Quite some time. The relationship itself, the way you see it, is that, you have an inability to communicate with them. It feels almost as though you two have been in one of these type of connections where there's been so much arguing and bickering sort of back and forth. There's always been some antagonism or strife or some reason that you can't just seem to see eye to eye. And a lot of these issues that you have with your person are individual issues, personal issues that you've both brought into the relationship. But the way you see the relationship is as if your hands are tied. There's just, you feel feel as though there's no other way to go. There's no other way to operate with this person. And the way you've been operating with them has been very toxic. I'm not saying that you're the toxic one or they're the toxic one, but it just seems that together you're just unable to find the ground, that happy ground that you want to find. Your person is very, as far as they're concerned with this relationship, they're quickly cutting ties, very quickly cutting ties, trying to cut away. They're being quite swift with their words to you. Let's get some clarifiers. Yeah. They felt quite alone. Your person has felt quite alone in this relationship, and there's definitely someone they've reached out to, or someone has reached out to them. It seems like it could be somebody from their past, like I said, a very close friend, maybe even an ex-lover, but somebody they have a lot of affection with. Now, this adulterous energy that I'm feeling, third-party energy, may not necessarily be the person that they're interacting with now. It could be that this was just an event, because the energy I feel from the person they're with now is one of deep affection, somebody they've known for a long time. Yes, it could be an ex-lover. Yes, there could be love connections here, but more than anything, what they're giving to your person is support and sort of affection, which is what they seem to be. Yeah, it's what they seem to be lacking and missing. They've totally changed their opinion and their mind about this connection. They're like out. Listen, it is what it is. They're out of it. They're out of it. You're wanting to start again. You're wanting to try to find, and in a way, you're feeling still like, look, there's something unique here. There's something that we can still sort of work at, right? Or work towards, but I don't see your person coming towards you right now. In fact, what they're doing is really cutting away from you, right? And they're doing that, and they're kind of mentally making that move away. You know how, so this is the thing, you may not yet be broken up, totally broken. The betrayal is there. You definitely feel the betrayal and the backstabbing here. An event has occurred here, but you may still be entwined. You may still be living together. You may still not have made that final cut, right? But they are mentally breaking up with you so that, in their head, it feels like they are mentally breaking up or mentally beginning to imagine life without you, and that's what people do. People don't just break up. They think about it for quite some time. Men and women both. They will think about breaking up, or they will think about the possibility of an end to a relationship so that when it does finally end, they're not completely sideswiped. They're waiting for, there's your Three of Wands coming in again. There's more information that they're waiting for, right? There's more information that they're waiting for. And there's a lot of work that they put into this connection, right? So you want to fight for it, though, right? You're trying to still fight for you're still trying to fight for a place for you and your person. Even though you're the one who feels betrayed, even though you're the one who feels really upset, who's having the sleepless nights, right? It's the cold hard truth here, Cancer, and of course these readings can be vice versa. The cold hard truth is that in this connection, your person has felt like they've been dealing with a lot of toxic energy from you. They then went out and did something to betray the trust of this connection, which isn't justified, but this is how they reacted. And, the energy here is telling me that initially the toxicity came from, you didn't necessarily think things were that bad. They're the ones who have really been feeling like not feeling it. You may have been feeling like, okay, yeah, we argue and we disagree, we don't see eye to eye, but that's just the way it is, right? We still love each other. They, on the other hand, have been really feeling battered and bruised and like sort of disappointed, right? And so you're not seeing eye to eye on the severity. And so then when they go out and they cheat or find comfort, affection somewhere else, you see it as this huge betrayal that's come out of nowhere. Some of you are feeling like this is coming out of nowhere, and all of this is out of my hands. You know what I mean? Like this, this isn't my fault, and nothing is anybody's fault in a relationship, right? Everybody has their own choices. So no, it's not your fault, but your person is, however, reacting to the way you have been in the way you've been dealing with them, communicating with them, the way you've been in the relationship has affected them to a degree that they've acted out like that. And again, like I say, you may not have seen the little signs and things. Well, flipped over here. Queen of Swords, being honest, pulling away the mask. It's time to be really honest. And more than anything, you want to be honest with yourself, because there has to be some responsibility that's taken here. Okay? On both sides. Your person shouldn't have stepped out, but they're pulling away emotionally. You know, the reasons they're stepping out is that they're pulling away emotionally. You know, they're hurt and they're not willing to continue in this connection the way it is. They've already begun to find affection and support somewhere else. They've already begun to make their mind up about pulling away from you, right? And yet there is more information that needs to come in to a certain degree for on their point of view. They're waiting for something, right? They may be waiting for something. This might be something financial, or this might be a certain set of circumstances that they're waiting for that's going to allow them to make the final cut and to finally lay down everything. They're ready to lay it all down. Meanwhile, you're ready to fight for it. And again, like I said, just because you're the one who feels very much betrayed, you feel betrayed by that one instance, but you're not really the one who suffered this entire time under a relationship that was unbearable. It's really your person who's been feeling like they've been suffering under an unbearable relationship. As I say, the energy feels very much Cancer, like up until now, you don't really understand why they cheated. You have no idea why they cheated, because even though there's been toxicity here, you know, there's a feeling here that you've allowed it to continue on because you just didn't take it that serious, or you just didn't think it was that bad, or you just accepted, oh, well, that's just the way we are. You know, you ever meet a couple who just argues back and forth? You're out socially and you meet a couple that's just back and forth and bickers and picks at each other. And one of them says, and you're like, wow, you guys really, you laugh it off or whatever. And then one of them says, oh, that's just how we are with each other. That's just how we are. Okay, that's great, as long as both people are happy with that. But oftentimes, you know, in that dynamic, there's going to be one of those two people that deep down inside is not happy with the constant bickering and back at each other and the constant back and forth. And so what happens is, yeah, one person in this arrangement may say, oh, that's just how we are. And the other person is actually deeply unhappy and ends up acting out, moving away, cheating, doing something else to get some comfort. And the initial person who thought everything was gravy is like, oh my God, I don't know why that happened. I thought everything was cool. And that's the thing. You can't take toxic behavior for granted. You know, couples get into these, you know, this is the toxicity of some couples is them just falling into the habit of nitpicking, backbiting, irritating each other, because that is the only way they know how to get attention from each other, right? And they fall into that behavior in such an habitual way with each other that they don't even see how much it's eroding the relationship. And this is what I feel has happened here. That's an example of what's happened here, which is why you still want to fight for the relationship and they're out. They're done. They've had enough. They want calmer seas. They want an affectionate partner. It could be that you've been very crabby with them, Cancer, and enough has been enough. This is a hard reading to take, you know. Let's get some animal spirits out. This is a hard reading to take. Because if you're resonating with this is difficult. And I'm not, you know, tarot is not for sure. This is, you know, tarot cannot answer yes or no questions. These are just really readings that are subjective. And if you're resonating with this, then you get something from it, great. If you don't, leave it on the table. So nothing is set in stone. Things can it's always down to the actions that you take and the decisions that you make to forge your future. So it's not set in stone that this is over and they're done and all that. But right now, the energy I'm feeling is that that's their energy. Their energy is wanting to be done with this and done with, you know, the type of relationship this is. Now, if you want to work towards a different type of relationship with this person because you love them so much and you want to put the work in and they're willing to put the work in, then anything is accomplishable. Anything is possible. Show me. The vulture, damn, and the lamb. Air and earth. Well, the vulture. This is a very misunderstood animal spirit. The vulture is necessary for regrowth, right? The vulture is the one who comes and eats all the dead stuff, all the dead animals, all the death. It takes care of all the pestilence, right? Without the vulture in our ecosystem, without a creature like the vulture that is able to ingest the excrement of society, right? That is able to sort of digest the death of society. That's what vultures do. They eat carrion. They eat, left animals that have been left for dead. That has to be eaten and ingested and transformed and rid. The ground and the earth around has to be rid of that in order for something new to grow. Lamb energy, and there's your lamb. Lamb, the spirit of the lamb, representing earth, representing the baby, representing something brand new, something that needs to be protected because it is fresh and it is new and it is vulnerable, right? It's vulnerable. So interesting, very strong animal spirits here with you. Air and earth animal spirits, right, Cancer? The necessity of all of this kind of horribleness here, this kind of, I want to say it is quite awful, these dark feelings, these portions of your person or their feelings towards you are dying, hence the spirit of vulture is here. But out of there is a cleansing nature to that spirit of the vulture, and out of this cleansing can indeed come something new. The lamb energy comes in, something new. But again, the lesson and the warning of the lamb animal spirit is that it needs to be protected and nurtured and cared for. And so we don't want to go back to the same old habits in this relationship. If this is happening for you and you want to fix it, you don't want to go back to the same behavior patterns that you guys had before that was killing it, right? Something has to change. And more than anything, that's, And again, as I say, yes, you feel very betrayed, but that could just be a wake-up call for you guys. Relationships can come back from betrayal as long as it's used as a wake-up call and both people really want to work on it and the love is there. Ultimately, your person has really been feeling alone. You're 9 energy, 9 of Wands, 9 the Hermit. They've been feeling really alone. But they also feel very much like they have no choice but to get away because it's been too much for them. Let me pull some spirits of darkness in life for you. 2 of them. I'll put 3. Spirit of the apple, a test, a offer, temptation coming in, okay? So that spirit is there. See how that resonates for your situation, okay? Spirit of the jester, thief, trickster, hustler, all right? So that energy is also there, depending on the type of people you're dealing with or the person you're dealing with or the type of person you are, a Cancer. Take care of this energy of the trickster, of the jester, right? Not being honest, not being forthright. Queen of Swords is there to remind you that it's time to drop the masks and to be as honest with yourself and everyone around you. And for those around you to be that way also. And we have Spirit of Lightning, so power, strength, expression coming in for you, okay? So these are some of the spirits that are pushing and pulling on this situation this week. And I'm going to leave it at that. Cancer, this is a tough read. This is a tough love read. You're in a relationship that is somewhat in jeopardy right now. And it's going to be down to you. And I'm going to say in this case, it's going to be down to you if you really, really wanted to make the moves that you need to make. Your person is already making moves to pull away. If you want to pull together again, it's really, the onus is really on you, even though you're the one who feels betrayed, right? Because of everything that I've said, right? Whew, tough reading. Take a moment to look at your beautiful cards, take in those beautiful images. And whatever resonates with you and helps you on your journey, great. If it does not, just leave it on the table, as I say. And I'm going to call this first episode of Cancer Love Chronicles to a close and get ready to sign off. The next one is going to be at 6:30, and we are going to be reading for Scorpio. So check my channel. It should be up on my channel page, and we're going to start that at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. But for right now, this is the close of Cancer Love and Their Lover. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. Thank you so much for joining today. I wish you and your lover love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you in your next Cancer Love Chronicles. Bye-bye now.